Alright, guys, as some of you may know, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. I've been searching all over Netflix to watch Dragon Ball episodes, but unfortunately, Netflix here just doesn't have them. But you know which version of Netflix does? Netflix Japan. Some of you might be wondering, how on earth am I accessing Netflix Japan, right? Well, that's where NordVPN comes in. NordVPN is one of the top VPN services out there. It allows you to mask your location and browse securely, which is perfect for protecting your privacy. Plus, NordVPN can basically change your location to anywhere in the world with just a few clicks. So it's just as easy as that. That's how I'm able to access Netflix Japan and binge all of the Dragon Ball episodes that I can fathom. It's not just about watching international shows, however. NordVPN adds an extra layer of security basically as you're browsing, so your personal information stays safe and your online activity remains private. If you want to unlock more content and protect your privacy online, head over to nordvpn.com/Harariboy to get over 70% off a 2-year subscription plus 3 months free. And if you don't like it, you can cancel within 30 days and get a money back guarantee. It is worth the peace of mind and extra content you'll have access to. Thank you.
Yeah, so you've seen that, you heard that. So essentially, what's the key takeaways here? I mean, this is some minor adjustments to existing stuff, like the 2017 tax cuts will remain, but there is a few newly added items that's pretty intriguing for the average person. So, the first one, obviously, no tax on tip and overtime. That was huge, and that was a campaign promise, like Dave Ramsey said, and Trump actually kept it, which was rare for a politician to do. And yeah, that's actually a pretty good thing. And then we have the $1,000 Trump accounts. Now, what this is, just think of it as one of those accounts, early childhood investment accounts that you can't touch, but you're contributing to every single year. I believe you can contribute to this one as well. There is a limit that you can't go above. But yeah, it'll just keep compounding until the child reaches, I believe, the age of 18 and is an adult, and essentially that money will be there for them to use, for like college or something like that. It's actually a good way to like curve the debt and actually make your child financially prosperous or give them a leg up in the future. Like Trump, Dave Ramsey was saying, the $1,000 isn't much. So for those of you with kids, definitely contribute to this. Like what Dave Ramsey would always recommend is around $50 to $100, a month or something like that. That will definitely compile over the span of 18 years. Yeah, I mean, people can have like hundreds of thousands of dollars in some cases just by doing that. So yeah, just I don't know how this Trump account is going to be run. Like they said, how they invest it. You have to look into that and see if you're okay with how they're investing it. If not, invest in your own mutual fund for your child. That will be a lot better. S&P 500 is definitely in the past, it has been shown to be a good starter account and has, tracked the market pretty well. But yeah, you'll just have to do more research on that. But it is $1,000 that you're not going to touch, and it's better than nothing, is what I should say. So, and then the last one, obviously, here is the write-off on interest for American-made vehicles. I mean, obviously, this is to encourage, American car sales, which is a great thing in my opinion. However, for the end user, it's actually good. I mean, like I'm with Dave Ramsey here. Like, you shouldn't be getting into debt for a car loan. If you do get into debt, or if you're already in debt for a car loan, make sure to pay it off as soon as possible. Never let the banks win and allow them to eat all the interest from you, throughout the full term. But yeah, so anyways, if they are charging you interest, you are able to write that off now. So that is good. Obviously, like he spelled out there are some limitations, but overall, it's some pretty good stuff in there, and definitely will help you get a leg up, hopefully, in society a little bit more. But yeah, hopefully this will lead to more of a prosperous economy. like what is being predicted, but we'll see. Time will tell. Now, for this last topic, I do want to take a look here at this interview Trump did with Maria Bartiromo. He talks about the economy and state of things and things like that, and what he has planned for the future. So it'll hopefully give you guys a lot of ease of mind and see kind of where the bigger picture of where everything is about to go. So without further ado, let's take a look.
Look, if some judge said we can't do tariffs, we would fall prey to the rest of the world who would do tariffs and are doing tariffs on us. If we couldn't fight them back with tariffs, this country would be in terrible shape. We would be like this innocent lamb being led to slaughter. Some countries, we don't care. We'll just send an I number out. But we're going to be sending letters out starting pretty soon. No, we don't have to meet. We understand. We have all the numbers. Listen, what we're going to do is we're going to send, and we're going to say, congratulations, we're allowing you to shop in the United States of America. But we're doing a rare earth deal, but we're also doing, remember, we have all of the airplane parts. They can't fly their airplanes without us. So we had, some guards also. But it should have never gotten that way because we should have been doing they call it magnets. It's a rare earth, but they call it magnets, a specific type. And they're making those magnets for us right now, and things are well. And we have a deal with China. And Lee Zeldin is doing an amazing job, the environmental commissioner. I said, Lee, you got to approve this stuff fast. Make sure it's safe, make sure it's good, but you have to get it done fast. Because in China, you know how long it takes? One day. It's called President Xi, boom. And you know what I did? I had an idea. I said, when you build your plant, you're spending billions. You're going to become a utility, an electric utility. You're going to also build a utility. You're not going to take it from an old grid that's been here for 100 years. You're going to take it right from a new facility. And they actually looked at me, they said, you do that? Of course I would. It's a national emergency. I'm going to approve everything, and you'll have your approval in 2 weeks. And frankly, we should be there too, because without the United States, the whole world doesn't work.
And you teased a couple of names. You said you have a couple of people in mind as a successor to Jay Powell.
They'll all be good, yeah.
But I want to get your take on China, really, because you've announced an agreement with the Chinese Communist Party, where China will export the rare earth minerals.
Yeah.
What does that mean in terms of this upcoming tariff structure? You've got a pause in terms of the more steep tariffs that ends August 12th. Are you going to extend that? Are you going to keep that in place or go back to a higher tariff on China?
We're opening this year, coal. You know why? It's very powerful. It's very powerful. So we opened up coal. We were closing all our coal mines all over the country, and yet we still have a lot of coal. We use the generating plants of coal because it's the strongest. And we're doing coal. So we have everything, every form. I don't want windmills destroying our place. I don't want, these solar things where they go for miles and they cover up a half a mountain that are ugly as hell. And by the way, the panels are all made, and the windmills, they're all made in China. But what happens with the tariffs is that if a judge ruled against us, and this is part of how you win, fairness is also a part of the law. If a judge ruled against us on tariffs, we would fall prey to other countries destroying us. We can't do that. If they do tariffs on us, we do tariffs on them. If they charge us, we charge them. Then they never charge us. The truth is we don't have enough people to take care of these jobs.
President, I just want to ask you about the job cuts from these companies. Some of them are blaming AI. And one CEO told me that AI, artificial intelligence, allows engineers to be at least 25% more productive. What can you do to offset the job cuts that will no doubt come as a result of AI efficiency?
One thing, very simple, bring more companies and more jobs. The truth is we don't have enough people to take care of these jobs. So it's like perfect timing. We don't have enough people. My biggest problem is they're coming in and they have to hire thousands and thousands of workers.
There is litigation around the legality of those tariffs. Are you going to be able to get more trade deals done before you hear from the International Court of Appeals in August?
Sure, but we won the litigation and we had the delay and we had some radical left judge and then we had it overturned. And we're doing well in all of our litigation. We're doing well on the tariff litigation. I could send one to Japan. Dear Mr. Japan, here's the story. You're going to pay a 25% tariff on your cars, So we give Japan no cars. They won't take our cars, right? And yet we take millions and millions of their cars into the United States. It's not fair. And I explain that to Japan, and they understand it. And we have a big deficit with Japan, and they understand that too. And if AI is so good, which I hear it is, and there's a lot of money being bet by very smart people, I'll tell you, we are dominating AI. That's the other thing. And they all said, well, we'd have a problem because of electricity. We don't make enough electricity. We would have to double our electric power. Can you believe that? It's a good deal, I think, hopefully for everybody. We had a deal with China where it was 145% tariffs. And I will tell you, everything stopped in China. I saw that. Everything stopped. And we did China a favor, but we're getting along well with China. I think getting along well with China is a very good thing. You know, when I was, we had a great success in the first term. We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. By the way, it's going to be absolutely, this is better. This is going to be, I think, even much better. But we had the greatest economy in history. And we use sanctions. You use them very carefully. You know, sanctions cost us a lot of money. It's not just, gee, we're going to put sanctions on. When you do sanctions, it costs a lot of money. Now, I will say this, China right now needs those companies much more than they needed them 2 years ago. 2 years ago, China could do that. Today, they can't because they need those companies. They need Apple. They need all of, you know, Apple's spending $600 billion, $700 billion in the United States building plants. They were never going to do that. Think of it, $700 billion. But a lot of the companies that are in China are now relocating back to the United States. So, yeah, China's going to treat them much better as they need them. They didn't need them under Biden because they were ripping us off left and right. They need them under Trump. Tariffs is what's bringing the companies in. We have auto companies building plants where they wouldn't have built here in 100 years. We have more investment in the United States right now than we've ever had before. Think of it. Now they're coming in.
Like you've said, you brought wealth back to America.
Wealth and spirit back. We have spirit. People respect our country again. We brought respect and dignity back. They respect America again. They laughed at us. They thought we were a joke.
All right, guys. Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Yeah, it's essentially a lot of tariffs going a lot of places. Now, the immediate impact of the tariffs, we probably, or I should say the benefits we probably won't see until like this time next year. However, you know, it's not going, I haven't seen it affect, you know, the average day American, you know, utility. So for example, you know, energy costs are still relatively the same, like fuel, gas is actually going lower. Same thing with groceries, things like that. You know, obviously building material is going up and fluctuating a little bit, and it's going up because of the aluminum and steel tariffs. But there is some talk about, you know, for encouragement for the home builders and things of that nature to bring more supply into the market and, you know, help with the house prices. Trump is, you know, from what I'm hearing, is looking at that to remove those tariffs for those purposes. So he could leave them on for like car manufacturers and things like that, and say for construction material, you know, we're going to take that off. So we don't know. It's still pretty early. What I do want to say is that there was some development about a judge striking them down, essentially, but it has been appealed. So, you know, I think Trump has through September to get it resolved, but hopefully he doesn't have to pay it back, because that would be very detrimental to the economy's development. But yeah, if the Supreme Court rules in his favor, I think it'll definitely produce a great outcome for the economy overall. But yeah, that's all I had for you guys, you know, in this episode. Anyways, yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. Be sure to like and subscribe, leave a comment as always, and see you guys next time.
So do you have a minute to connect? Let's Minect. That's right, guys. I'm officially on Minect now. You guys can go ahead and book me. I will be offering financial as well as career coaching based off of the Dave Ramsey principles, of course. So yeah, feel free to contact me, connect with me on Minect, and I look forward to speaking with each and every single one of you.